Good morning. This is the Oracle Shariananda. I am a clairvoyant medium with several healing therapies through which I offer through Lighthouse Healing Therapies. For more information about that, you may find me on the Facebook account as Shariananda Adams or Lighthouse Healing Therapies. But for today, we are going to introduce a new topic to you, that is the magic in finding pennies, the direction in finding pennies. So I know many of you have had the experience of finding pennies or a single penny on a given day when you've been walking down the street. And there is an old little rhyme that goes, find a penny, pick it up, and all day you'll have good luck. So for you, I would like to speak about pennies since I have a great deal of experience in penny finding. Also nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollars, and even larger bills. Pennies are originally made of copper, and there's a great resonance in the earth of copper to those of us walking on the surface. So, if you find many pennies, you have a resonance copper attraction in your body, and you're drawing that to you. You may have set it up that way. But the newer pennies are amalgams of tin and maybe copper, so they're not as heavy, and they don't sound the same when they fall to the ground. As a matter of fact, I find them strictly unappealing. But in the matters of beauty and the sound with other pennies, they sound pretty good. Here is a relatively new penny. This penny has a shield on the back, and that reminds me of the Ephesians chapter 6, where Paul says, put on the whole garment of salvation or faith. And one of the things is the shield of faith. So when you have a penny on you, you are definitely protected. So you never want to leave home without a few pennies in your pocket, as my mother would say. But that was a euphemism for keep a dollar on you. Keep some money on you to keep the haints, which is old colloquial expression for ghosts or haunts from you. Well, anyway, so when you find a penny, you are finding something very valuable. Many people these days don't have time for superstitions. They have no time for the metaphysical implications of small signs in the universe. But I want to teach you today that the small signs in the universe include a penny just at the moment that you were thinking a very productive or prosperous thought. So if you're walking down the street trying to solve the problem of how you will get your rent, or you will be able to make peace with someone you're on the outs with, and you see a penny, it doesn't matter whether it's face up or face down for this example. At that moment, your thought is being verified or confirmed by the universe, and it is saying, do not worry, God provides. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. Consider the birds of the air and how they are fed. There is never a plan for them. Each day they go forth and they thrive. You see great flocks of birds, great many fields of flowers that come up and are raised without gardeners and without someone attending to the soil. This is what a penny means to you. You find a penny and it is saying, do not worry, little one. Know that you are blessed. Know that in this penny, I say to you, that which you need will be given. And it will be given magically if you will trust. Someone has said to me in recent times, if God is God, then let God be God. Now, that might not mean someone in the sky. It is a spirit. It is something intangible, something you cannot feel, but the love of it is inviolable. You will always be taken care of, no matter what level of life you've chosen to take your lessons on, whether you are a bum standing at the freeway or you are Mr. Warren Buffett standing in front of the bank with all your monies. Either way, you are taken care of. So the penny that you find on the street is at that moment to be taken notice of. So stop for that moment, pick the penny up, and try to realize what you were just thinking. If it was a new and fresh thought, something about that would help you, say, move forward, something creative, something you hadn't thought of before, that would be the moment at which you say, oh, that's doable. Okay, I'll move forward on that idea. I think I'll share this with whatever ex-friend, or maybe I'll tell so and so or call so and so. In any case, your job is to realize in that moment that that penny signifies good thought. Good thought. You just thought something that you need to really respect. Don't let that one go. Now, in the matter of finding pennies face up or face down, I've heard many people say if you find a penny and it's face down, let it lay. So it's got the tail side pointing up. That's bad luck. Oh, no, 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 no. I dare to differ with those opinions. When you find a penny, period, face up or face down, it is good luck. It is money you did not have. It signifies the lowest common denominator of your abundance and prosperity. It lets you know that at the very base, you are never broke. So you have that penny. You save that penny. I have had the experience in a single year to find $15 worth of pennies, $7.95 worth of pennies. So if you will save the money that you find, you'd be most amazed at just how much money is lying around along your path. Which goes to say then that in your walking about, there is much, much to be had for your life. So if there's one penny, there's two. If there's two, there's three. If there's four, there's five. So you have nothing to fear. If you find a penny and it's face up, ever so good. Be grateful to say, hello, Mr. Lincoln, glad to have you. But if there are some of you who are listening in other countries of the world, not listening from America, whatever your lowest coin is, and you find it in the street, be grateful that you are now being blessed with not only a new thought or verification or confirmation of your thought, but it also says you really are blessed. And at that moment, you should bless your life. Be grateful for whatever it is you have. Start a little prayer inside, of which I will give you an example. Precious one, thank you for this penny, for I know it symbolizes that which is great in my life and is coming into my life. I welcome it. Change my perspective, open my heart. Let me be aware and alert to all that is given in this day. You have awakened me with this penny. Thank you. Thank you. So that would be what I would say. Now, another thing you want to know about pennies when you find it is that you are on your right path. If you're walking down the street and you find a single penny, you are going the way you need to be going. If the penny is in the gutter, then I want you to realize at that moment that there's something not right in your life that you need to pull up from. If you are hanging around with people that don't share your spiritual values or your emotional values, that they're hard on each other, they're not caring, then you need to clear yourself of that gutter. If you find the penny and it's laying in the dirt, that means that you're probably standing on monies that you haven't looked at closely. There may be an old insurance policy. There may be a bank account that you didn't clear out. There may be some money that's owed you that's coming back to you very shortly. Or perhaps you can call and remind the person that you would love to have that replenishment of the monies that were given or loaned. In any case, when you see a penny on the gutter or on the dirt, they symbolize where your life is in terms of your finances and money. I have noticed that I find a great many pennies at the root of trees or at the edge of bushes. So money for me does grow on trees. I don't have to worry that I will ever be without money. It will come to me no matter what. I need to only ask. If my rent is short a few $50 bills, then I say I need another $100, 150 to complete, and that money will find its way to me because I asked. You need only ask aloud and say, I want, I need, and that will bring it to you. Now, if you're not staying in the consciousness of abundance, and you go around saying things like, I don't have, I don't know how to get, nobody will give me any money, I don't have, all of that reinforces the negativity and the blocks against money. So you must affirm in the face of not having a single penny, that I do have all that I need. Money, money, crystallized, stream right down into my hands. I am that I am. I am prosperous. I am whole. I have what I need. So I can't say that to you enough. Also, when you find a penny, notice if you find another one right after or yet another one after that. There is sometimes some synchronicity and some message in finding penny after penny on the street. And in some instances, I have found pennies one, two, three, sometimes four, five, and six in a row. And I just am being led like I'm picking up breadcrumbs or en route to somewhere. So I know that I am on my right and correct path, that money is coming to me, or that I'm walking toward some opportunities that I hadn't expected, maybe even a new job, a raise at my job, or even a birthday present of some funding. So, in any case, I want you to know finding multiple pennies is also very indicative of a metaphysical blessing. If you find pennies in a particular configuration, that is telling you that there's not only money for you, but there's a sacred vortex or a sacred configuration, sacred geometry around you. Let's say you found the money and it looked like a sparrow, or you found something that looked like an L shape, or you found pennies that looked like a diamond or a pyramid, or you found pennies in a circle. This is very possible on our planet. We live on a very magical um, in a very magical universe on a very magical planet. And so that which we speak outwards manifests because we speak it. We are the power in our own universe. So I encourage you, pay attention to the pennies that you find. Another thing I might say to you is that one time I was walking down the street and a gentleman in Berkeley threw a whole ashtray of pennies out of his car. Those pennies scattered everywhere, and I was wondering what that meant for me. Well, I was in a pretty down time in my life, and I didn't know where the next meal was coming from, let alone the next payment that I would be able to make on a bill or my rent. And so when those pennies came flashing out like that, I suddenly realized these are pennies from heaven. Every time it rains pennies from heaven, and they are great blessings. So I asked the man, I said, "Don't you want those?" And he said, "No, I don't want pennies." I said, "Do you mind if I have them?" He said, "Help yourself." So there I was in the middle of a street in Berkeley, California, which is all hoity toity and uppity up, picking up 150 or so pennies from the ground. That 150 so pennies, of course, was $1.50. I could buy a pack of gum. I could buy myself a soda or a small juice. I could buy myself a donut. I could buy myself a lottery ticket. I could buy myself any number of things with that $1.50. Even one of those beef jerky sticks. Now I don't eat that. I don't eat that, but it was just a little joke for you to let you know that the joy of finding pennies also is the joy of your prosperity. And I share that with you because I know it so well. If you also find pennies just simply in your house, in the couch, in coat pockets, even so, it's still your money, which tells you you've got hidden resources that you need to always be aware of. So ask Spirit to please open your mind, guide you, lead you to your highest good, to the fortunes and to the prosperity and abundance that you really, really want and need. So I encourage you, be on the alert for the money that comes to you because it's speaking. If you would like to test what I am saying, I would recommend that you toss away a penny, a dime, a nickel, a quarter as you go through your day to day. Just put it in the street or leave it on a counter somewhere or at one of those public telephone shelves or put it someplace at a bus stop where somebody can find it. Just put some money out in the universe, and then I want you to count the days and possibly the hours until that quarter, dime, or nickel finds its way back to you. A penny is just as good. It is a test so you can see that what you give away comes back to you. Nothing is lost. All things move upward and outward. Nothing collapses, as Walt Whitman would say. All right, and finally, I would like to say to you in terms of pennies that memories are attached to pennies. So if you would like to do a helpful meditation, take a penny in hand and hold it. And just remember every time that you have ever had a penny. Think of every time you have ever spent a penny or more, or when you've made change with a penny or left pennies in the little cup at the local convenience store. You are a mighty power. You have the power to make your universe work for you just as you say. I teach you the magic of found pennies today. Goodbye, everybody. I'm the Oracle. God bless you. Hope to see you again soon with new videos. Good day.